What is going on, you guys? We are here for another reading. Okay, I have a lot of notes here for us, and I had received more messages last night. Okay, so this is a reading for our collective. Okay, let's go ahead and start us off with some deep breaths. I would like to say a prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you for our gifts and talents that you have given to us. Help us to see the areas where we can rise higher. Help us to sharpen and improve our skills, Father. We thank you for giving us favor and causing us to be noticed. We desire to serve diligently with an attitude of excellence, Father, so that we can bring you glory in everything that we do. In Jesus' name. Let's get some affirmations, collective. There is so much clearing out at this time collectively, and you guys are feeling this heavily. And this is good news. This is a good sign, collective, okay? We just have to be so aware, moving forward, okay? Proceeding always with caution, okay? I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. You guys are losing people, friends, family, left and right, okay? I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy, okay? There is fire that I'm feeling right now. I feel like this is pushing me to go fast, but I'm trying to ground myself right now. That's the energy that's coming through, okay? We are to be so aware and to proceed with caution, and I feel the need to say that again. And we are to look into things and our decisions twice, to not jump into conclusions, okay, but to look into it more and to think about it twice, okay? I accept responsibility for my well-being. There are a lot of things right now that we're feeling for some of you guys that you are not proud of, you are not feeling good about, okay? 222 when I said that. And what I'm getting here is with the blame card, I feel like this is coming up a lot for me also. There might have been a lot of people in your past that are feeling a lot of regrets about you. And I'm speaking to somebody here who is an energy giver, okay? You have given so much to these people from your past, looking back on you and the things that you have done for them. And they are in guilt. They may be one right now feeling a lot about you that they didn't understand before, okay? They were probably blinded to, collective, okay? And hear me when I say that, okay? Let's get into some of these messages, and I have a lot here, okay? So just bear with me. And I had categorized them, okay? First one is love and relationships. We have health and wellness and the significance of what it is that we're feeling physically, mentally, and emotionally. And this is also spiritually. I feel like this is leading us up to practicing spirituality more, because a lot of what we are feeling in a physical sense, okay, it all is rooted in that. It all is rooted in emotional wounds and deep emotional wounds. This is all rooted in lack of practicing spirituality. And so whatever it is that we're feeling in the physical level, it is because we've been ignoring a lot of these emotional wounds that now is trapped in the physical body. So we're going to get into health and wellness, okay? We are also going to get into the symptoms of Kundalini, because I feel like a lot of us are going through great awakenings. This is moments of revelations, okay? This is moments of people literally stopping and pausing because you just had a big realization and you're going to yourself, this is something that I need to sit with, and it's making me feel really nauseous. 444, okay? We're going to talk about getting into a lot on the physical body here. A lot also on what the body is experiencing, our physical body, okay? This has a lot to do with A lot of us seeking physicians, seeking therapy, seeking help in all kinds of ways, okay? Seeking help in grounding the body and understanding what your body is telling you, because your body is signaling to you a lot. Okay, we're gonna get into that. Let's first start off with love and relationships. Okay, for some, we are in the process of finding our partner. Okay, I'm getting that this may not be something that you're conscious about. Like, you're not putting so much energy on this, but because you have been doing the inner work for yourself, and because you've been so diligently working on yourself, collective, you are now in this process. You've now stepped into a place where you're in this process of finding your partner. Of, like, maybe not finding it, you're not really seeking them, but you're now on this path leading you up to them. Does that make sense? Okay. For some, you have already found this person. You know this person. Okay. But there is a big but. Okay. That instant moment of having that big realization about where you are with yourself and where this is leading you up to. This is leading you up to your partner. And this isn't something that you probably are not aware of. You're not even really conscious about it. You're not even really seeking one. You're not even really thinking about it, because you're just in the present moment with yourself and enjoying what that is for you, okay? But this is leading you up to your partner, and I feel like, okay. This may also be you realizing how worthy you are now. You might have been the one, I'm speaking to somebody here, okay? You might have been the one who, you didn't really think of yourself as somebody worthy. You were at a point in your life where there was a lot of hatred inside of you. There was a lot of self-hate. There was a lot of neglect, okay? You didn't really pay attention to where your mind is at. You didn't really pay attention to where you were emotionally. You didn't even really pay attention to what you were feeling in your physical body. Everything was just neglected. You were at a point in your life where you just completely neglected yourself. You were in self-hate, a lot of self-hate. And now, collective, now you are seeing your worth. So much of it that you're going, I don't even really think I need anybody. That's improvement. I literally just got that right now. That is improvement. You're thinking to yourself, I don't even really want to seek for anybody anymore. I've really gotten to know myself in this journey that I've been on, and I've really come to know that I don't need anybody, because you used to be the one to tell yourself, wow, I'm just so tired. I just need somebody to, comfort me and give me the love that I deserve, and yada, 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 all these things. And now you've come to a point where you've really, really gotten to know yourself in a deeper level. And you are also really appreciating this so much that now you're thinking to yourself, you're in this mentality, like, I don't even really need anybody anymore. We can see that as, improvement. We can see that as like improvement, right? That you have gained a lot of self-love for yourself. That's good news. So now, as you are stepping into this new place of loving yourself and knowing your worth and knowing what you like and you don't like, knowing that you deserve so much more than what you had settled for before, right? You deserve so much more than what these people reciprocated back to you, okay? now you're thinking to yourself, you're in this mentality of, I am abundant, I am worthy. And no, actually, I don't really need anybody at this point. I really think of myself as somebody who's abundant. I really think of myself as somebody who has done a lot and have come a long way. So now you're thinking to yourself, I don't even really know if I want anybody at this time. You thinking that, collective, okay? And hear me when I say, you having this conversation with yourself, you thinking that, you having this mentality, this is leading you up to somebody. Because you're not thinking about it. You know, when something just comes along when you least expect it, you're there. Perhaps you have been there, and for some of you guys, you have already found your partner, right? And for you guys who are in this position, okay, where you have found your partner, you know, you're thinking to yourself, wow, I feel like I really like this person, okay? But there's a big but. There's a but. There's that big but, okay? And so your thoughts are, I really like this person, but do they like me the same way, right? Another question would be, wow, this is someone I really would like to get to know more of, right? You found this person and you're thinking to yourself, I really can see myself with this person. I think it can really work out, right? Your intuition is telling you it's all good. All of the green flags, right? But there goes that but again. Am I good enough for him? Good enough for her? I finally found somebody and I feel like I can be very happy with this person, but I'm broke. This is where we start to question ourselves. This is where insecurities come to surface. This is where we start to feel like we are not worthy. So for the ones who have found their partner, for the ones who have found somebody, I'm just going to say that, you guys are having thoughts and you're thinking to yourself, well, I really like this person, but yada, yada, yada. I really can see myself with this person. I really see potential in this person, but yada, yada, yada. It's like all of a sudden you start to feel all of the insecurities come to surface and you're thinking to yourself, why am I having these thoughts, right? And for some of you, it probably is like a first time. You've never felt this before, okay? I'm getting like, this is a first time for you. You know, you're excited, you really like this person, but you have a lot of questions. You're so curious about a lot of things. And I feel like it's good that you are questioning it, as you should question it, right? I feel like for some of you, this is a start of a new beginning. Like this is a start of something that is really going to teach you a whole lot about who you are on a deeper level, like this time around, it's on a spiritual level. Everything is just coming up on a spiritual level, okay? So as you are, you know, you're putting yourself out there, okay? You and this person are getting to know each other, but you're having a lot of thoughts. And you don't really know which direction to take next, where to go next. And even though you feel so much for this person, a lot of questions is coming, and even insecurities. Like you're feeling the insecurities, right? Like I'm getting the most popular one is I finally found somebody that I'm happy with, right? And I can feel really good with, right? But I'm broke. But I don't have money. But I feel like I'm not enough because I'm broke. But I feel like, you know, it's not going to work out because I'm just not stable financially. So it's like this is where one becomes so concerned about which direction to take, which path to take. And I'm following the rhythm here, you guys, when I say this, that you have found somebody, but you're having a lot of questions and you're curious about so many things, right? And I want to add that these questions that you are having, you're allowed to ask these questions. You're allowed to write them down even. You're allowed to be curious. You're also allowed to ask them a lot of questions. This is how we get to know people, right? It has become a silent world that when, like, we're on a date or something, an example, okay? Or you guys are at a dinner, right? And you're sitting there, you're getting to know each other. This is the perfect time to ask all of the questions. The purpose of the date is to ask each other questions. The purpose of the date is to get to know each other. Not just on a physical level, you guys. And I feel the need to say that, and that's a heavy emphasis right there. Is that you're not only getting to know each other on a physical level, but you are also getting to know each other on a spiritual level, on an emotional level, and on a mental level. And I feel like that is to take notes on, because we've gotten used to getting to know one another on a physical level and only on a physical level. But we've also come to know that getting to know each other on a physical level does not help at all. In fact, that's how we push each other away. That's how we start to like ghost each other, you know? So if you are one out here and you're dating, you guys are out, this is the perfect time to ask a lot of questions. Okay. And when you do, those thoughts will go away. I really like this person, but do they like me the same way? You don't have to think about those anymore because you're talking about it to one another. You're finding out from each other. Okay, this is what I'm getting. Is there anything else here that we need to know about love and relationship? I want to get an affirmation for this. Okay. That is accurate. Okay. It starts with building a friendship with them, and then it just grows from there. The world has really gotten to know, and especially for our young adults here, okay, that getting to know each other means getting to know each other on a physical level first, when in fact it's the opposite, right? And I feel the need to remind us that. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. The friendship has to be there first. Is getting to know each other first. And then from there, wherever that leads to. And I feel the need to say that you don't have to give it up the first night. If you don't want to, you can say no. Moving on to health and wellness, okay. I got a lot. I got so much with this, you guys, okay. Significance here and security. Financial stability, security. A lot on illness, a lot on medication as well, okay. There's something really, really significant about inflammation, okay. Wherever this may be in your body, okay. There's something very significant about inflammation. A lot of us are going through physical ailment. This is all catching up to us, you guys. You know that time when you were putting it off and putting it off and putting it off? You know that time when we kept telling ourselves, oh, it'll go away, and you just keep putting it off? Now you're feeling it in your body. Now it's catching up to you in your body, because whatever it was that you had put off, that you didn't want to look into, it was too painful to look into it. It's too painful to even go deeper into it. I don't want to look into this emotion. I don't want to look into these, into my feelings. The feelings and the emotions hurt. It hurts, Kim. It hurts, Kimber. I don't want to look into it. So whatever it was that we were putting off, you guys, This is catching up to us in our physical body. So a lot of us are having a lot of physical ailments, okay? There's also something significant about our taste, your taste buds, okay? You may be one, and I'm speaking to somebody here, you are getting over a cold, a flu, perhaps a fever. You're getting over a head congestion. So all of that is leaving you now. All of that is literally draining itself out, okay? And your taste is back. You can taste now, okay? That's what I'm getting. You can taste better now, okay? For some, this is not a flu, okay? I'm getting like, you went to the doctor, okay, and they told you this is it, right? They gave you the results to your tests, whatever it was that you went in for. And I'm getting that this was not a flu. Okay. This has something to do with internal changes. Okay. And this is going to lead me to talk about the symptoms of Kundalini. Okay. Our spiritual body. Okay. That's what I had written down. The symptoms of Kundalini, and for some of you guys who are not familiar with Kundalini, I would suggest to look it up. This is just a message that came to me, okay? I'm not an expert on Kundalini, okay? This is a heavy message that came to me, and I did a little bit of research on this, and it made sense to me because when I went through my awakening, I was having the same symptoms, so I thought maybe this is something to share with the collective, okay? So this is going to lead me to talk about the symptoms of Kundalini, and they are fatigue, nausea, okay? You may be one out here like you're in the middle of doing yoga or something. I'm speaking to somebody here when I say this, okay? And if this resonates, this is for you. You may be one in the middle of doing yoga. You're in the middle of a yoga pose, and all of a sudden you get woozy, and you're like, ooh, I shouldn't have done that pose. Yeah, right? You found yourself to take a pause, completely stop for a second because you just got really woozy. I feel woozy right now as I say I'm woozy. It's not going away, okay? And you can even have like in this moment where you're in this pose and you're going to yourself, I don't think that's a good idea, okay? And then you're coming back to normal pose, okay? And your vision, there's something about your vision, okay? You get a headache, you feel woozy, and then all of a sudden you're seeing things like floating, and there's something about your vision, okay? And this is going to lead me to say, the other symptom is major headaches. Okay, you're getting headaches, maybe even migraines, like really bad, really, really bad. For some of you, you're getting a lot of it in your right front temple. Okay. This can also be linked to something else going on in your physical body. And this is what's causing the headache. Okay. And what comes with the headache also is connected to what's happening with your vision. So look into that. And some of you guys may need to go and see your eye doctor, your optometrist, right? You need to go and get your checkup, your yearly checkup. You may also need new glasses, new contacts. You need to check your vision because your vision changed perhaps, and this is probably why it's causing the headaches. But there is also something significant about whatever it is that's happening in the physical body. This is linked to what's causing the headaches, okay? Another symptom of Kundalini is mental exhaustion. Okay, and what I mean by this, and I feel like I'm going to get into something here in terms of where we are with our psychic abilities. Some of you guys, your senses are heightened as fuck. You be seeing things like, no, like you're over here like, I don't even know if I should be seeing this, but you can't unsee it. Okay, I'm speaking to our mediums, I'm speaking to our highly intuitive people, I'm speaking to the ones who have become highly intuitive. I'm speaking to the ones who are keenly, keenly aware, and you know this, and you're going to yourself, this isn't normal. It's not normal because it's not the norm. Does that make sense? It's not normal because it's not what is talked about in society. So for some of us, you know you have psychic abilities. You know this. You know yourself to be highly intuitive. You see certain things that others don't. You've been talking about this to a few people, but they don't understand you. So now you're going to yourself, I don't know who to talk to about it, right? I feel like at this time, if you feel like you can't speak to anybody about it, and you may not be one to, trust anybody about it, you maybe don't talk about it just yet, but just look into it more. Do your research, read books about it, right? Before you go and to people and talk about it. To use your discernment, to use your spiritual discernment, to get into researching it more. Read books about it and use your discernment. Okay. And I also would like to add that just because you are keenly aware, it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It is actually a good sign. You are stepping into a new era, a completely different person. That's probably a good thing, because you were at a place in your life where you weren't satisfied with it, but you've seen everything happening to you. Does that make sense? You've seen everything happening to you, but there were people disagreeing with you. Okay? And not even society agreed with you. But you know this to be true. You have also been the one following your intuition since probably you were a little kid. You've always known yourself to be this very highly intuitive person. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that, and I feel the need to say that if you are one going against this, I think you're hurting yourself even more when you go against your psychic abilities. So let's say that you are seeing things and you're recognizing that you're seeing things in a deeper way, okay? That is unexplainable and that you can only really talk to a few people about, because not a lot of people understand this. That when you are so keenly aware of something and you see it and you can't unsee it, this is you stepping into a new era. This is you stepping into a new place where you've never experienced this before. This is a moment of awakening. This is you going through a moment where you're starting to question your psychic abilities. You're starting to question your awareness. You're starting to question where you are with your senses. And your senses are highly heightened. It is so strong that it is giving you mental exhaustion. Does that make sense? And you could be also one right now. You feel like you don't really want to step outside because it's too bright. Everything is sensitive. You're sensitive to light, you're sensitive to noise, and you're questioning yourself, and you're going, I'm going crazy in my mind. You may be going crazy in your mind, but I feel like this is you just going through a kundalini. This is you going through a time where this is your gifts appearing and showing you what your intuition is telling you is not a lie. This is all true. This is coming into existence. You may be one seeing a lot of hummingbirds right now. And I feel the need to say that, and it's beautiful because every time a hummingbird comes my way, right, it tells me that I'm being supported. there's like a sense of like relief every time I see a hummingbird. So you could be one right now going through a Kundalini moment, and you're seeing hummingbirds, you're seeing birds a lot, maybe even flock of birds, right? Constantly. And you're around it, you're around them a lot, they're following you. Okay, this is a sign of spiritual significance. I feel the need to just say that. Spiritual significance, okay. And so to you, it means that you're exactly where you're supposed to be with your intuition, and you're on the right track. Like every time you see a hummingbird, this is amazing. You're being led to continue on that path. Okay. You're being led to follow that path. Number 13 is also very significant. Your birthday could be on the 13th. Okay, my birthday is on the 13th, so that's funny. You are one high, like you feel like you're connected to everything and everyone. You're like this big ass antenna, and you can hear everything, you can feel everything. How you're feeling things, this is different as my voice change. Okay. There's also something significant about trees. Okay. You may be one right now, while you are recognizing your senses heightening, you're wanting to be around trees. You feel the need to be around, you need to be like in nature. You need to be in the sun. And when the moon is out, you feel the need to just stare at it. Like you're connecting to it, you're talking to it, right? These are things that some may find very abnormal, really odd, but to you, it is beautiful. To you, this is like a different experience that you've never had before. And this is all bringing you to getting to know yourself in a spiritual way, on a spiritual level, okay? There's more to this symptoms of Kundalini, and I have also looked it up yesterday on Google, okay? But that was also one of the main messages that came through for me, that collectively we are going through this heavy awakening. And this may be the reason why we're feeling a lot on a physical level. Okay, so just hear me when I say that. I am reminded to tell us to continue on with cleanliness, to keep washing your hands, to wash your face twice a day, to sanitize around you. If you're at work, keep sanitizing around you. Okay, that's the time. It's the season, you guys. We're getting sick. We're passing it on to everybody. We're spreading it to everybody. It's a time to get clean, to get organized, to sanitize, and to do a lot of deep cleaning. You may be one right now cleaning out your closet. You're literally taking everything out and you're getting rid of things. You're donating. For some of us, you are getting rid of things, like old things, okay? Like really old, okay? You may be one having a garage sale right now and you're getting rid of things, okay? Cleanliness, sanitation, and deep cleaning is of importance. To remember that when you are out there, especially when you're out eating somewhere, okay, to just be aware. Okay, just be aware. And there's nothing wrong with being aware. There's nothing wrong with cleaning around you. There's nothing wrong with being aware of being clean, as you should, okay? Ooh, some animals that I had written down: caribou, moose, frog, monkey, and bats. These are very significant animals that are coming up for you, okay? Well, however you would like to define that. Proverbs 12, verse 25, and Proverbs 3, verse 18 is also significant, okay? And when I say I have so many here, I have a lot. Okay. While our body collectively, while our body is experiencing major drastic changes, you guys, this means that the old needs to go, and it has to go. It has to go. You know, I'm getting this image of like our physical bodies collectively, we're like leveling up to a new plane, like a higher plane, okay? And so whatever has been latching onto you, whatever it is that has been, you know, festering, if you will, that is like signaling to you, and it's telling you this has to go. It's got to go. Everything that is old has to go. Everything that is unhealthy, it has to go. It does not belong. This means that whatever health issues we are having, whether this is physical, mental, or emotional, you are literally draining this out of your body, out of your system. You are literally trying to push this out of your body. This is what is being asked of us to do. So while a lot of us are going through, I just got woozy right now. Woo! Woo! We're fighting this off, you guys. And this is what is so difficult for some of us right now. And this is, some of us are going through depression. It's that time, it's that season, right? Where we are. This is literally being pushed out of our system, pushing out. Remember what I said about inflammation? This is significant, guys. Sorry. Hey, bud. Hey, bud. Hey. You could be one right now. Like, what I mean by draining too is like, you're feeling this in your physical body, right? Like a pus or something that needs to be drained out, okay? This is like an infection that needs to be drained out. Literally everything that we're feeling in the physical body is being drained out. It is causing this emotional, whatever it is that we've been putting off and putting off and putting off. This is literally catching up to us in our physical body, and now we have to drain it out of our physical body. This had caused a lot of physical pain. Whatever emotional wound, deep emotional wounds that you have been putting off, that you have been neglecting about yourself, this has literally have been catching up to us in the physical body, and now we have to literally drain it out of our body. Pus, infection. I literally have cold sores for the first time in my life. I've never had a cold sore in my life. The blisters. I have never ever had cold sore in my life, and all of a sudden I have it. And I think it's because my hormones also is like out of whack and changing. So this is what I mean by we're feeling the inflation happening in the body. Inflammation. I say inflation. Inflammation in our body. Infection. Okay. When it comes to infections, you guys, this can also mean infection in your mouth. Dental work. Some of you guys need to see the dentist. It's time again to see your dentist, because you got pus going on, you got pain on your gums, you got, cavities you've been wanting to get rid of. Some of you guys, I got the message that some of you guys are trying to get veneers, okay? Also, there's something very significant about the gums. You may also be having infection. You've had infection in your gums or something like that, and it needs to be drained out. You probably also had made an appointment, and now you are now in the process of draining that, okay? Something about blood. There's a lot of blood, okay? Our body cannot carry this any longer. It's amazing. Like either something needs to get popped, something needs to get drained, something needs to get soothed, you know, an infection, something about draining infection and taking care of inflammation. There's a lot of inflammation. This is a heavy emphasis for our collective. Inflammation is big right now. Okay. A lot of you guys may be finding yourself seeing a doctor a lot these days. A lot of you guys as parents also are ending up in the hospital because they're either having a lot of heart problems, cardio problems. They're having a lot of physical ailments. Okay. And this is what I mean by a lot of us are going through physical ailments. Okay. Whatever it was that was neglected now is coming to surface, literally wanting to drain itself out. And this is our body going, please do not let me suffer. Help me. This is our physical body like warning us and telling us, why are you letting me suffer? Why won't you let me heal? This is your body signaling to you, collective. Please do not let me suffer. Please help me. So when you hear the ambulance, right? Somebody went to a doctor again. Somebody ended up in the ER. Somebody ended up in the ER. Our body is uncomfortable. We're fighting this off. And for some, I don't want to get into it, but I have to get into it. Okay. For some, you are neglecting yourself so much that you are projecting this to everybody else, and you're spreading your poison onto everybody else and everybody's floors, and you're not doing anything about it. So do something about it, because we're sick of you. Okay. Our body is only wanting itself to be put to rest. So if you are one right now, like literally neglecting everything about your health, and you're blaming everybody else besides yourself, ask yourself, am I the problem? Because you probably are the problem, okay? We're getting rid of you. We are getting rid of you. If you're not taking accountability for your healing and you keep lying to yourself and you keep blaming everybody else for your own freaking pain, get out. You need to be removed. You need to be drained out of people's lives. You need to be out of people's systems. Do you know what I mean? If you are the one out here projecting all of your pain and your hurt and you're over here acting like a baby and you're not taking responsibility for your own healing, you're the problem. You need to be removed from people's lives. You're the one causing the headaches. My shadow is coming out. Our body is only wanting itself to be put to rest. That's what our body's trying to tell us. When it's telling us, please do not let me suffer. So when you are out here projecting to other people, this is a sign for you to get your health back in order, okay? Anything that is uncomfortable, that is uneasy, it's gotta go. That hoe gotta go too, okay? I already said that. This is a time to see your dentist, cardiologist, okay? There is something very significant about one side of your body, okay? Something that you've been feeling on one side of your body, either in your right side or your left side, whatever that may be for you, collective, okay? There's something very significant about one side of your body. And this is what I mean by you have been putting this off and putting this off and putting this off, okay? It goes away and it comes back. It goes away and it comes back. And you tell yourself, it's okay, it'll be fine, it'll go away. But then it comes back. Now, it really came back. Now it needs your attention. And you're going, wow, this is something to be concerned about. I think I really need to go see a doctor now. 4444. And you're getting really concerned because it's really hurting you now and it's painful. Okay. So now you're telling yourself, I really need to go see a doctor now. This is literally the words you're saying. I really need to go see a doctor now because this has become a concern for me for a long time. And I've been putting this off, but now it's really needing my attention. Okay. Coming back to what I was saying, please do not let me suffer. Okay. For our females who are going through their menstruation, okay, this cycle of menstruation, I am reminded to tell us to be so attentive to whatever it is that you're feeling and to even write them down. Okay. I'm also reminded to tell our females, okay, you may be one on your menstruation right now as we speak. And I'm reminded to tell you to be attentive, so attentive to your needs. I'm not talking about unhealthy needs. I'm talking about what is going to give you the soothe, okay? To be so attentive to your cravings as well, what you're eating, what you're putting in your body while you're on your period, okay? To also pay attention to the do's and the don'ts. The do's and the don'ts while you're on your period, right? This cycle can feel really painful for you. And I also feel the need to say that while for some of us females, you may have your period during a full moon, during this full moon, you might have had your period during this full moon, and you're still kind of like feeling the effects from that. Okay. At the same time, you're also going through this Kundalini moment. Okay. So that's a lot for one to carry in one body. So what I mean to be so attentive to your needs, I'm not saying to go and, seek from this from an unhealthy person who's not even seeking help for themselves. Not that at all. Because that's adding more pain to yourself. I'm saying to be so attentive to your needs that, this is a time for you to really seek the healthy. Okay. Because I feel like this cycle for some of us females, it's painful and it's going to be really painful. You may also be one right now going through PMS and this is already like annoying you. This is already like you're having to face a lot of challenges that you may not have experienced ever before. Like with your period, okay? In terms of like where you are with your cycle. Your body is changing, your hormones is changing. Even the level of senses, even the level of your senses is changing. Like you're just sitting here and you're just like, oh, I can't handle all of this at once. I'm seeing everything at once. I'm feeling everything at once. And I'm also on my period and I have to deal with people. This is a lot to carry for one. So what I mean by being so attentive to your needs, that when you need to sit, drop everything and just do it. When you feel woozy, please give your body the attention it needs. Don't ignore. Do not ignore. Like, think about it this way. Nobody can really function in life unless you fix yourself first. There's nothing one can really achieve if you're not right mentally, if you're not right emotionally, and if you're not right physically. There's really nothing in life that one can accomplish fully and complete if we are not right in here, we're not right in here. Okay, I feel the need to say that. We want to get to a place where everything feels healthy. And I feel like collectively, this is where we want to be. This is the goal, okay? 10 of Pentacles. It's bringing about so much change that we're going to ourselves, I don't like this. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. And I think this is also why a lot of us are having a lot of questions right now. Why do I feel this way? Why is this changing? Why is this person not in my life anymore? Why did this breakup happen? How am I feeling about this breakup? Probably nothing, because you're numbing yourself with alcohol and drugs. Don't do that, please. I mean, I can't tell you what to do with your life, but I'm just here to remind you. Okay. Almost an hour. Okay, let me just pull up some more cards here to see what will come up. I also got this unique message, okay, and this has nothing to do with health. This has nothing to do, this is interesting, this has nothing to do with like love and relationship, but it does have to do with, it has a lot to do with aliens. Okay, I was sitting in bed. Oh, another thing before I get into aliens. I asked Spirit, do we have any messages for our men? Because I got messages for our females, right? And so I asked, okay, do we have any messages for our men? And literally it's just silence. Just silence for a while. And then I heard disappointment and take care of your woman. Okay, those are the two messages that I got. And then after that, it was just silence. And I kept asking, are there any more messages for our men? Silence. Complete silence. Okay. Now, with this whole alien thing, I was sitting and I was meditating when I got all these messages last night, okay? It's weird, it's odd. But don't be surprised that all of a sudden when you see something in the air and you feel different and you feel some type of way, collective, don't be surprised that this is going to make you feel a certain way and you're going to be like, what the fuck is this? Don't be surprised if you see a big-headed, big-eyed creature in your backyard looking at you through the window. I'm not trying to be creepy, but like, do not be surprised, because I feel like sooner or later, okay, we're going to be living with extraterrestrial people here. We don't know, but it's possible. It is possible. And I got this message last night that if they just so appear anywhere, do not be surprised. Like, this is to be expected. This is to be expected, that we are going to be living with aliens. They probably know more than us, honestly. They're literally coming to us and saying this. They're literally coming to us and going, y'all need fucking help. So we're here to help you. That's so funny. But that was a very unique message that I got. I'm actually going to pull up another message here. Don't be surprised that when you see a big-headed dude just doing all kinds of activities in your backyard, looking at you like a weirdo. It's that world that we live in now. It's that kind of world that we live in now. There's something very significant about friendships right now, you guys. Like healthy, strong bonds. Healthy, strong bonds. Okay. And this is taking me back to what I was saying about love and relationships earlier, about building a friendship first and then that leading up to something, right? I'm hearing it's our only hope to find what you're looking for, because it all starts with being friends. It all starts with us getting to know each other first on a mental level and an emotional level before it even gets to the physical level. Okay, a lot on friendships here. A lot on friendships. I'm going to pull up a spirit animal before I wrap this up, because this has been a long reading, you guys. If you would like a personal reading, all of my information will be in the description box below. You guys already know that. Any private mini readings also, okay. You guys can also check me out on TikTok. I post a lot on there with some messages as well. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook, and all of my information will be in the description box, okay. Whatever it is that you're experiencing right now, and whatever it is that your body is experiencing right now, it's not a familiar. It's not supposed to be. This world is expanding. This world is changing. Economically, we are also changing. The government is changing. But it comes down to how you are taking care of yourself and how you are in here Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. So if you are out here with a partner and you know your partner is cheating, leave. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. Things are not supposed to be the same. This world is changing. Our consciousness is expanding. Our minds is expanding. Our hearts is also opening up. And that may be why a lot of us is hurt right now. That may be why a lot of us is so vulnerable. We're softening up. Things are softening up. We're feeling ourselves more. And you're going to yourself, ew, why am I feeling so much? You're supposed to. Because if you didn't know where you were, is where you weren't supposed to be. While everybody kept telling you, just suppress the feelings when you're supposed to feel. I love you guys so much, and I'm sending you so much love and support right now. My name is Kimber, and thank you for tuning into another reading. Sending you love and support. Love and peace. Make friends with the aliens. Tell them I say hello. I love you.